dash is any piece of data that is an abnormal distance from other values in a sample. An outlier. Data outlier. Perfect. What is the process of recording data? Recording data is transforming that data. When you come across inconsistent data and you want to transform it into the actual data, the process is I guess you could say transforming data into the correct data that you want to use. It is the process of transforming data from one form to another, such as converting categorical data to numeric values. Exactly. Yeah, that captures it properly. A new variable or data point created from existing data is known as a new variable or data point created from existing data is known as a new variable or data point created from existing data. Hold on, let me think about this. A new variable or data point created from existing data is known as I know this. I know this, but yeah, I know this. Derived okay, I didn't know that. Derived variable. Okay, I didn't know that. The process of substituting missing data with estimated or calculated values is called. The process of substituting, missing data with this. Oh, that's data imputation. I know that. Data imputation, there we go. What is the purpose of data masking? Data masking is to mask the data in a format that hides the information. Yeah. To protect sensitive information by hiding by hiding original data with modified content, such as replacing real names with unique, non-personally identifiable numbers. Exactly. What does it mean to transpose data? It's basically to change the structure of the data. You can turn rows into columns and so on and so forth. It means to switch from rows and columns of a data set, which is also called unpivoting data. I guess I got that right. The process of combining data from one data set to another, typically by adding rows, is known as the process of combining data from one data set to another, typically by adding rows, is known as one data set. Combine data from one data set to another. Hold on. The process of combining data from one data set to another, typically by adding rows, is known as is that appending data? Yeah, appending data, of course. Sometimes these questions are tricky, but yeah, let's keep going. Characters like spaces, commas, periods, or tabs that can be used to split data. Characters like spaces, commas, periods, or tabs that can be used to split text data into separate parts are called. Characters like spaces, commas, periods, or tabs that can be used to split text data into separate parts are called. Mm. Guys, as you can see, let me take a pause for now before answering this question. I know what the answer is, but I want to do something. If you've watched it to this point and you guess what the answer is, put it, try to actually leave a comment below to guess what the answer to this question, question 36, question 36, 36. Yeah, guess what the answer is and leave a comment below and then I'll reveal it shortly. I'll say what the answer is before revealing it and then you can see if you got it right or if I got it wrong, okay? So I think this is a delimited file because it says characters like spaces, commas, periods, or tabs. I'm thinking comma separated values. I'm thinking tab separated values, that can be used to split text data into separate parts. Yeah, I'm going for a delimited file. Let me know what you went for. Delimiters. Exactly. Exactly. I got it right. They're known as delimiters, but obviously they're used for delimited files, basically. Yeah. So which date function returns the current date and time of a calculation? Hmm. Which date function returns the current date and time? The current date and time of a calculation. Which date function returns the current date and time of a calculation? Oh, the now function? I'm not sure. Now, of course. Yeah. Wow. That calculation almost put me off. I was like, what? Okay. What does the date diff function calculate? Or it's the difference between two dates. It calculates the amount of time between two given dates exactly. The logical function dash requires both specified conditions to be true for the result to be true. The logical function, let's say let's say the and function, yeah, requires both specified conditions to be true for the result. Yeah, that's the and function. And exactly. Which aggregate function counts all the records in a column, but will only count each unique value one time? Which aggregate function? Okay, we're looking at an aggregate function. Okay, count all the records in a column, but will only count each unique value one time. Oh, that's the count function, isn't it? Distinct. Oh, distinct count. Yeah, that's true. That's true. It's not just the count, it's the distinct count. Like in SQL, you have to, yeah, it's the distinct count. Yeah. Because it says, but we only count each unique value one time. Yeah, that's distinct. Yeah. It's true. That's true. I thought it was the count, but okay, I got that one wrong. What is the purpose of query parameterization? Uh, um, Query parameterization is the process of creating variables for or reusability. I think so. I know so. Yeah, it's the process of creating variables, for reusability, so that you can refer to variables instead of actual, numeric values or something. To replace constant values within a query with parameters, which helps prevent SQL injection and can improve performance by allowing the database to reuse execution plans. Yeah, I think I got it right. To replace constant values within a query with parameters exactly, which helps prevent SQL injection and can improve performance by allowing the database. Okay. How does indexing improve query performance? Indexing improves query performance. I know how it does, but to explain it, indexing improves query performance. This is I know what it does, but putting that in words is a bit. Indexing improves query performance by making it by making read operations faster and write operations slower, and then increasing storage as well. I know. An index creates a data structure that allows the database to find and retrieve specific rows from a table much more quickly than scanning the entire table. Okay, but yeah, I was on the right track, I think. Yeah, it creates a data structure that allows the database to find and retrieve specific rows from from a table much more quickly than scanning the entire table. Yeah. Instead of going with doing a full table scan, it just retrieves specific or columns and rows from the table. Yeah. A dash is a query nested inside another query statement. Before I answer this question, guys, this is going to be the last one. Again, this is how I study. I'm trying to take my CompTIA Data Plus exam. I'm going to take it in a few days. And yeah, I'm just using a different method to basically study for it. I normally use, if you don't know, I'm using NotebookLM, this amazing tool by Google. So I normally use the quiz and the audio. As you can see, all my resources here that I've used on multiple, I've gone through all this. So I normally use this quiz section. This quiz is what I'm going to use this next as well. As you can see, it's a lot of questions. It's helped me actually retain a lot more of what I've learned. And obviously, guys, I used this course by Dion training these guys, and I finished the course. As you can see, I have finished the course already. You see, so now I took it to the next step by just going a step further and putting in the resources that Dion shared with me, putting it into NotebookLM, as you can see, so that I can basically learn everything I can on all the domains covered by the CompTIA Data Plus or certification, so that I can pass my exam. So this is how I actively study and actually retain information so that I can hopefully pass the exam. I'll keep you guys posted. But for now, guys, yeah, I'm going to read the answer to this question and I'm going to end the video. But if you like this sort of videos, make sure you like this video and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. I appreciate you guys if watching up to this point. I appreciate it. Well, yeah, let's go through this last question. It says a dash is a query nested inside another query statement. I think the answer for this is a subquery. There we go, a subquery or nested query. Yeah. So guys, thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.